Right, we're going to continue. Before we're going to sit and meditate, doing Vipassana or bring a mental self back home, I'd like to show you the illustration that can help you to understand what's going on. Because from this point onward, you're going to dealing with something that is intangible, okay? You're going to deal with the energy form. So that's why I need all this illustration to show you. So just to remind you again, why you want to do meditation, why you want to practice Vipassana or mindfulness meditation. It's all come down to because you've got your mental turmoil. You've got your mental upheaval, which the Buddha calls suffering, the first noble truth, which none of you have object, okay, to this universal truth, okay? Because we have this turmoil, so that's why you need to do something, which is the solution for you to find your inner peace. So once again, you've got the physical body, okay, physical self, which is handsome, beautiful, and then you've got the mental self, and then you've got all these thoughts and feelings that bothering you, okay? On the daily basis, you've got to bump into something that, oh, go away, I don't like you, just go away. But you just cannot just wash it off or just switch it off, okay? Or just throw it away, dispose of it, just like you do, you know, with the rubbish out in the material world. Because we have all these problems, okay? So therefore, we're going to deal with all this invincible, intangible nature in here. Okay, a bad hair day event, which we're all familiar with. And this picture, once again, we have got this problem. I wish I could, what if, all these things. Yeah. And so this is what you want to be. You just want to clear all these mental clutters, all these mental monologue that you just drive yourself crazy sometimes, okay? Clear all this rubbish thought away. Right, how can we do? Okay, make your mind very placid, just like the surface of this lake. So this is the crunch now. Listen very carefully, because this is a technique that I'm going to offer you. After this, we are going to close our eyes and then we're going to follow this technique. So once again, we got the physical self. This part, you can see yourself. This is the one that you see yourself in the mirror, okay? And then you got the mental self, which in the Western terminology, we use consciousness, okay? Consciousness. But I would create a character for it. Create a character so that we can talk based on this, you know, character. If I use the term consciousness, I just cannot carry on, okay? So we got the physical self and then we got the mental self. The physical self got the physical eyes. Your mental self also got the mental eyes. And what the eyes for? Eyes are for what? Eyes are for what? For looking, for viewing, right? Your physical eyes would be looking at the scenery out here in the material world. Your mental eyes will be look at the scenery in your inner world. In your inner world. And these mental eyes, in fact, is not unfamiliar to you, to humanity really. Okay? We all talk about these mental eyes for millennia. The India, the entire country, you know, they remind people with this red dot, which they call bindi, B-I-N-D-I, bindi, okay? Just to remind everyone that, look, we all have this bindi or the mental eyes, okay, which is used to view your inner scenery. When your physical eyes are closed down, okay, you're going to use your bindi to view your inner scenery. Your inner scenery. And this is what we are going to do. And this bindi have a lot of things to have connection, have very close connection to a pineal gland at the rear middle of India. Anyway, and there was a lot of things. You please, if you have interest in the pineal gland, okay, search in Google, look into the internet. A lot of interesting that you should know really. It could be a portal, okay, that lead you to know your spiritual world, go into universe, whatever. But I'm going to limit, okay, our knowledge just enough for you to use your mental eyes, look inwardly, okay, inwardly in here, so that you can find your long-lasting inner peace, okay, long-lasting inner peace. So what you need to do is like this. You're going to use your mental eyes or your bindi, okay, to view your breath, your movements, and your physical sensation. And then I'm going to prompt you to build up your physical sensation by asking you to smack onto yourself, okay? Smack your cheek, your arms, your stomach, your leg. Ask you to stroke your legs, all these things. Just to raise the level of your physical sensations on the high level so that you can easily hold on to. You can easily focus, just like this man. Look at this man, okay? Boom, this one, okay? This man is equivalent to your mental self, this red one, you cannot see, intangible. The storm is 1,000 miles per hour. That's very strong, isn't it? Okay. The storm is very much like your problem, your stress, your worry, anxiety, your fear, your anger, your this and that, your boom, boom, boom. Your boom, boom, boom is flying your mental self away. Did you see that? It's exactly the same. So, without this pole for you to hold on, where would this man go? Where would this man go if you are in the middle of this really fierce storm? You end up in the air, right? You end up in the air, like Dorothy with the boss, okay? So therefore, the Buddha just throw up this post, go on, hold on to this post, hold on to this pole, hold on tightly, okay? Fully focus on your breath, movement, and sensation. So this pole is nothing more than your breath, your movement, your sensation, which are the foundation of mindfulness, okay? Something that you can hold on so that you can have your mental security. Because at the moment we don't have any mental security. We find ourselves very vulnerable, but sometimes we don't tell people, okay? We are very vulnerable because of all this daily boom, 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 boom. And then you got nothing to hold on. So Vipassana or mindfulness meditation is nothing more than trying to give you your mental security, okay? Which means that in practice, you got to try to use your bindi, your third eye, your inner eye, hold tightly onto your breath, your movement, your sensations. Because these are the home where your mental self can take refuge. Okay? The home where your mental self can take refuge. These are the medication, I would call it the red pill, the blue pill, the white pill, that your mental self have to take so that you can reduce your mental turmoil. Okay? And these are the car, the red car, the white car, the blue car, that your mental self have to drive so that you can go from A to B. Is that clear? So all these three analogies trying to support you, help you to understand why you need to do Vipassana or meditation. Is that clear? All right. So we are getting into the practice now. At this stage, is there anyone who want to ask a question first before we literally get into the bread and butter? It's a very British saying, get into the bread and butter, or get into the nuts and bolts. Very British. Okay. Is that clear? Do you use this kind of term in Canada? Oh, you do? Yeah. Okay.
Maybe can you
Yes.
summarize like how breathing, movement, sensation are related?
We-
One more time.
Okay, I'm going to guide you when we actually do it. We're going to start with the sensation first, start with taking the red pill first, okay? One thing at a time. So with the sensation, I'm going to ask you to really smack onto yourself. Please strictly smack yourself, don't smack other people by your side, okay? Because you might get something really bad reaction, okay? Right. We're going to start with the red pill and then move to the blue pill. The blue pill, the movement. I'm going to ask you to stroke yourself, all this. And then I'm going to ask you to see that, okay, you got to see these two things together. And in the end, you're going to see these three groups of scenery together. Look at your physical eyes. When you look at me, do you just see me or you see something else as well? What else can you see apart from me? You see this, right? You see this, you see that, you see a lot of things, which is a very natural thing to do. Your mental eyes work exactly the same. You can see more than one object at a time, okay? When you actually practice, you know that. One more important thing that I'd like to let you know, I will talk again when you're in meditation, okay? I will use the analogy of an egg, a fried egg, okay? So this egg yolk represents your consciousness or observer. Act as the subject, okay? Act as the subject. And then you're going to use these mental eyes, the subject here, look at the object or the egg white. The object at this stage would be your breath, your movements, and your physical sensation. Is that clear? I'm going to say that use the egg yolk, look at the egg white. I don't ask you to imagine the egg, the fried egg in your head, okay? This is just the analogy, okay? The egg yolk is the subject. Look at the object. Make this part very clear. If you can make this part, separate the subject from the object, your practice will excel quite rapidly, with the result that your mental pain, your mental turmoil can be reduced, okay, quite rapidly as well, okay? So make the practice correct and clear. If you cannot understand later on, you can ask me. Is that clear? So look at this again. The subject is your mental eyes, your bindi. You look at the object, your breath, movement, sensation. Egg yolk, look at egg white. Just like your physical eyes right now, the subject, look at me as the object. So something like that. Act exactly like that in your inner world. Okay? Because you're dealing with something so intangible. So that's why I need all these illustrations to help you understand clearly what you need to do when you close your physical eyes down. Clear? Any more questions? Let's do it and then you will understand even more. I'm going to ask you to clear the space. Clear, you already got the space. I mean, clear the stuff from your lap, okay? And then sit upright. Try to sit upright, because if you sit too comfy, you're going to fall to sleep. Okay, sit upright, okay? You got to, clear the space on your lap. Right, everyone, please close your eyes and then listen to the instruction very carefully and apply into the practice, put into practice. Take a few deep breaths, back upright. When your physical eyes are closed down, you still have that very strong sense of self, right? It's very instinctive, strong sense of self. You know that I'm sitting here, I'm alive. I can hear the voice, okay, of Supawan Green. And, okay, I can hear this, yeah, okay, I'm sitting here. This sense of self, this very strong sense of self, is the working of your consciousness element. The consciousness element, which the Buddha called Vijnana. In Thai, we pronounce Vinyana Khan, Vinyana That, Vijnana element. You don't have to remember this, it's okay. Just know that the reason that you know that you're sitting here and that you are alive, because you have this consciousness element, which is a main part of this body, mind, and spirit, or body, mind, and consciousness. Okay, so this consciousness is the core of life, the main feature that allow you to know that I am alive. Okay, so I'm going to emphasize this nature of your consciousness, which I call mental self, for you. So from now on, I won't call this consciousness anymore. I'm going to give it a character by calling it mental self. So please do not look for the image that you see in the mirror. There is no form. It's intangible, but very much exists. So I'm going to emphasize for you this nature of your mental self or consciousness. So please, everyone, use your two hands and smack onto your cheek. Wake yourself up, wakey, and smack yourself. Don't smack other people. Okay, right. Smack onto your arms. Just whack it. The other side of your arms, and then your legs. Okay, right. So just look at your experience, and I'm just trying to describe what's going on. Nothing new, okay? Right. The pain right now from your smacking at yourself is within the physical body, right? And this physical pain is being seen, being viewed, being looked at, being observed by your consciousness or by your mental eyes. The mental eye or your bindi, which belong to your mental self, right? So your bindi, your third eyes, your inner eyes right now, is acting as the subject. Acting as the subject. And this subject is looking at the object. The object is the pain in your physical body. You see that? So your bindi or your mental eyes, I give the analogy as the egg yolk. The egg yolk is looking at the egg white. The egg white is your physical pain after the tapping. So I separate the subject from the object. And this part is nothing more than trying to underline the state of your mental self for you. Your consciousness or your mental self, your inner self. Because this character of your inner self, mental self, will be the one who come home. Your mental self will be the one who take the medication. Your mental self will be the one who drive the car. the car called Vipassana. Okay? So you know the subject now. And this subject got to do the work in your inner world. Right? Right, we are going to carry on now. You know the subject, the one who got to come home, the one who got to drive the car, the one who got to take the pill. We are going to start with the red pill, red car, and the red home. Okay? The red pill is the second foundation of mindfulness, which focus on your physical sensations. The physical sensation. So please everyone, once again, smack onto your cheek. Smack onto your cheek. And then your arms. The other side of your arms. Your stomach. And then your legs. And your legs. Right. Okay. Right. We are going to bring a mental self back home. This is how you do. No matter what analogy I use, okay, you do exactly the same practice. Bring a mental self back home, take the medication, drive the car, red pill, red home. You do exactly the same. The actual practice is that use your mental eyes, your bindi, your third eye, mental inner eyes. So many words. I use bindi, okay? Use your bindi, look at the pain. Look at the pain on your cheek, on your hands, in your arms, in your legs, all over, which is quite overwhelming right now. So look at the pain wholeheartedly, fully focus. I use the term look to correspond with the term eyes, mental eye, inner eye. Okay, so use your mental eye, look at the pain, having awareness toward the pain, wholeheartedly, with the full 1,000,000% of concentration. Don't drift along with your thoughts. If you drift along, it's okay, but don't let it go too long, too far. Be mindful, be aware that you are drifting, and then cut it short. Just like cutting the cord. Cut the cord. มันตัดสายสะดือเลยนะ Cut the cord. And then come back home. Don't drift. Come back home always. Right, I'm going to keep quiet now and let you practice. Look at the changing of the sensation until it disappears. Can you just tap onto your leg again, please? Tap, tap, tap. Okay, that's it. Look. Still looking, don't let go. You can see the changing nature of the pain from the high volume of pain and then gradually reducing. Still looking, don't let go, don't drift along with your thoughts. Fully focused, fully aware of those tingling sensations here and there. Right, you can see that the pain, the level of your physical sensation after the tapping, it has been gradually reducing, and it will get to a point where all the pain disappear altogether. However, while you are sitting in this posture, it doesn't mean that you don't have any other area of physical sensations. You do. So please use your mental eyes and then just look at the area of the sensation when I describe it to you, and then focus onto that area wholeheartedly. By doing that, this is a matter of bringing your mental self back home, or taking the medication, the red pill, or driving the car. This is the actual practice, the actual know-how. Right. As you're sitting in this posture, can you see that the way that your bottom press, okay, the weight that is pressed onto the seat, that is a whole area of the sensation on your bump, on your bottom, along with the upper part of your legs, right, behind your legs. That is one area of sensations. If you happen to lean against the chair, the sensation of your back, lean against the backing of the chair, that is also another big area of sensations. Your two hands touching your legs, those are also another area of sensation. The red pill, red hole, red car. So look at them, focus. Also your 2 feet in your shoes, there are more sensations there. How about your clothing? The fabric of your clothing rubbing against the skin of your body here and there. Those are also sensations here and there. Right, so please look at them. Use your mental eyes and then look at the sensations in different areas. Your bottom, your back, your hands, your legs, and all over your body. So everyone will have the different type of scenery. It's all come down to, you know, the material, the fabric that make up your clothing. The way you sit. So bring your mental self back home, driving the car by fully focused, fully aware of the sensations here and there. Make it very clear that you use the subject, egg yolk, Look at the object, egg white. Right, next, I'm going to ask you to stroke your hands, okay? Stroke your hands onto your legs and go round your knees. As you're going round your knees, I'd like you to lean